What's up, guys? This is Storm, and I hope you guys having an amazing weekend. This is my episode 2 of my gaming news roundup, and we got a lot to cover in this week. So, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you please don't mind, please like, share, and comment for this video. It will help out the channel greatly. So, without further ado, let's get on with the news. After 31 years, Shuhei Yoshida have left PlayStation to go on a brand new adventure for himself. But he went to PlayStation Japan to have a whole farewell celebration that looked really amazing. They gave him his own custom PS5 controller and a whole bunch of other stuff. And funny enough, after when he left, he had an interview with a kind of funny company, and he actually said a couple of interesting things from the interview. I'm not gonna talk about everything that was said. I will post a link to the interview in case you guys want to watch it for yourself. But a highlight of it was he spoke about the whole Bloodborne situation, which a conversation that would never die until a sequel comes out. But anyway, he spoke on Bloodborne, the reason why Sony hasn't done a sequel or remaster or anything with it in general. And he believes that the original person who worked on Bloodborne, he feels like he doesn't want anybody to touch it except for him. At least that's the theory mindset they have why PlayStation hasn't done anything with it. Because I forgot the person's name, but he's the head person who's worked on Elden Ring. He believes that his theory is Sony believes that the only person who should touch Bloodborne is him in case he ever want to do a sequel or remake or whatsoever. So, if that is PlayStation mindset, how they want to do Bloodborne, but the guy is right now focusing on Elden Ring, I think a deal could be made for Sony to let him work on a sequel for Bloodborne or do something with the IP, because the conversation of Bloodborne coming back will never die, and the conversation is going to go on for a long time. And a couple more stuff that Yoshida said. He actually said if he was still in charge at PlayStation, he would have pushed against the live service games. Well, he will put a stronger resistance of them fully jumping into pool with live service. And it's kind of funny that he said that, because that actually leads into the next topic of discussion. But before we get into that, I want to say thank you to Yoshida. He did amazing work at PlayStation, and he got to do 31 years of work. And it's kind of funny, he did say one of the best things that he did while working at PlayStation was when what was his favorite moment at PlayStation is when the PlayStation got released. So, kudos to him. I can't wait to see what he could do in the future. But on to the next big discussion that I want to talk about. This report comes from Jason Schreier. He has made claims in the past when it comes to gaming, and most of his predictions have come out being true. One of the big ones was when Horizon was coming to PC. So this is what he had to say. PlayStation fans have speculated for years about Bluepoint's new project since the well-received PS5 remake of Demon's Souls 2020. I could report that from 2020 to 2022, they were helping on God of War Ragnarok. Since then, they've been on a live service project that was cancelled today, now unclear. So, it turns out Bluepoint and Sony Bend Studio, the developers of Days Gone, was making a live service game, and PlayStation had reportedly cancelled them. Bend Studios' live service game was an unknown title, that never got revealed. And for Blue Point, they were making a freaking God of War live service game. I'm gonna tackle the Ben Studio. I truly feel bad for them because their last game that they put out was Days Gone, and that was since 2019. We're in 2025. I'm really hoping they didn't had all their developers doing this live service, because if that's the case, then it's probably gonna take until next generation till we finally see them put out another game. And for Blue Point, who the heck gave them the green light to do a God of War live service game? Like, how would that even work, to be honest? Like, and of course, if people say they had the whole multiplayer thing that God of War did, yeah, they did do that, but arguably nobody. God of War Ascension was the lowest rated God of War game. Even though it wasn't rated low by a lot, it was at that point. I don't think the multiplayer was bad. I think people were just tired of the gameplay playstyle. But still, a God of War live service game, I don't know who the hell greenlit that, who the hell even approved of Blue Point even doing that. And it just looks even bad on PlayStation management when it comes to these live service. Like, I kind of agree with the people. I freaking blame Jim Ryan for this, because he was the one who initiated this whole, we gotta have 12 live service games. And as of right now, there's only 2 that came out. Like, you have Helldivers 2, and you could count GT7. So this is ridiculous. Like, I can understand PlayStation wants, they see the dollar signs of live service games. Like you see games like Fortnite, Apex Legends, like all that money that live service games are making and stuff. Alright, I can understand they want to make that money too. But the thing is, they don't have the developers to do those live services. All their studios are single player game studios. Santa Monica, Insomniac, Naughty Dog. Like it's getting ridiculous. Like, if they truly want a live service studio, then they should start building one up from the ground. Like that studio that they put together that's in LA right now. They're putting a studio there together. It's probably going to be a while till we see anything from them. But still, this is getting ridiculous. Like, they already in a bad spot because they haven't shown what people would like to say a roadmap of what their studios got working on. So, with that being said, they just need to double down on single player games for their studios. If they really want live service games, just pay that money from third party to get that on your platform, because this crap is ridiculous and I'm sick of seeing this. Like what's that thing what the guy said, like, you're not that guy when it comes to PlayStation. You guys are not the guys to be doing these live service games. Yeah, you hit it out of the park for Helldivers 2. And my biggest gripe for it, I think we should have saw at least what Ben's Studio live server game was. Because for all we know, that one could have been good, to be honest. It could have been good. Because people like to forget, when it came to Helldivers 2, a lot of people were not checking for that game. They really wasn't. A lot of people were not checking for that game. But when that game came out, we got our hands on it. That thing blew the hell up. So, I couldn't say like they're taking a risk when it comes to making these type of games, but the cost of these risks are too high, and you cannot fumble when it comes to live service game, because you're wasting too much money and too much resources to get these games made just for it to flop or for you to cancel it. Is the same situation with Concord. I think now what it truly is, why they did it to begin with. They probably gotta look at those games and the fear of them suffering another Concord incident. They didn't want that again, and is exactly what Naughty Dog said when they canceled the whole Factions 2 multiplayer. For that game to succeed, they literally would have to change the whole studio to a live service studio. And Naughty Dog did not want to give up what made them who they are, which was single player focused story game. So I'm hoping this is a wake up call for PlayStation to basically say, just give up on these live servers, get your studio focused on their single player, and just pay out third party for live service games, or probably pay a live service studio to make a live service game for you, and just pay them out, because this just look bad everywhere when it comes to this. So hopefully this is the final lesson they need to learn to finally get to their heads. This is not the way to go about live service. Okay, ever since when they bought Bungie, this is like the live service, they have been a very strong push ever since they bought Bungie, because love it or hate them, Bungie are experts when it comes to live service game, and they just take whatever Bungie said to heart. If Bungie doesn't think that game is going to succeed, they're not going to go with it. So that could be a possibility why these games got canceled. And a lot of people believe that's why Factions 2 got canceled, because Bungie said something. But we're not going to get into that. So that's my rant on that whole live service PlayStation situation. They need to do better. Plain and simple. Do better. Go back to what you guys do best. Make single player games. Alright. Let's keep moving forward. Mai from King of Fighters had joined the Street Fighter 6 roster. A lot of people have been asking for her to be part of a fighting game roster that was outside of King of Fighters. A lot of people wanted her to be in freaking Smash Brothers Ultimate, but I guess how she is, it would be too lewd, I guess, how she is. But I digress. Street Fighter seems like definitely a perfect fit for her. I'm happy they actually put her character model in it. I swear it's still a missed opportunity for Street Fighter 6 how they did Your Folger from Spy Family. Like, they did a whole animation thing of her fighting against Chun-Li just to have it as just a skin and not her actual character model. But it kind of sucks when I saw that, but it is what it is. So Mai joins the Street Fighter roster. I believe she is I believe she's either in the game now or she hasn't come to the game yet. But still, the gameplay trailer that they show for her, they're showing her different moves, her different outfits that she has. And yeah, a lot of people are excited to play as Mai Shiranui. So have fun for those who are going back to play Street Fighter 6, because this definitely bringing people back in to play it. Because once Tekken 8 came, a lot of people went to that one. So I could definitely see a lot of people going mad for Street Fighter 6 to try out my Shiranui. A brand new game was revealed this week, and it's called The Blood of Dawnwalker. This is made by former people that worked at CD Projekt Red and the Witcher series. And the information that came out for this game goes as this. It's a new single-player third-person fantasy action RPG started development over 2 years ago in Unreal Engine 5. Full gameplay reveal is coming in summer 2025. So if I were to guess, maybe at Summer Game Fest they're going to show the gameplay. I could probably see that happening. Led by former Witcher 3 game director Conrad and ex-Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk Quest director Matsuzes. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Focus on narrative sandbox. No two playthroughs will be identical. So kind of sound like depending on your choices will have different outcomes, which is nothing new. So takes place in a Val Sangora in 14th century medieval Europe. The setting has been ravaged by plague, famine, and social disorder. Inspired by Eastern European architect and culture, Polish log houses, Ukrainian and Balkan clothing, Romanian defensive churches, and more. The world has been watched by vampires in the shadows, waiting to strike and make their move when humanity is at its lowest, and to overthrow the feudal lords. Day and night cycle plays a big role, wanting the world and villages and buildings to feel like a different place. After sunset, you play as Coen, an energetic becomes a Dawnwalker, not human, not vampire, something in between. So basically, like Blade, who is a Daywalker, he's part human, part vampire. He has all the strengths of a vampire, but none of their weaknesses. So that kind of sounds like what this is. What this is when it comes to this character. Let's see, where was I? Can traverse both worlds of humanity and creatures of the night. You fight with swords and weapons by day, and you can use vampire abilities in combat at night. Explore the environment, etc. You have 3 in-game days and you have 30 in-game game days and 30 nights to save your family. Wanted a sense of urgency when you complete an objective quest. Times move forward, but time doesn't pass in real world time. You can manage how you use your time as a resource. So I did saw they did updated this confusion. A lot of people assume that the game will have like you have 30 days and such to do everything. Like there's like a time limit, but it turns out that's not the case. It turns out like the whole point of the game, like the game takes place 30 days. So like whenever you complete like a story mission, day move forward is the next day, so now you got 29. So it sounds like it's all depending on the story. So a lot of people feel like there's like a sense of urgency that you have to do such and such in a short amount of time. But it turns out that's not the case. I'm kind of happy they did clarify that. You meet many characters throughout the game with their own goals and ambitions, which may make your friends or put you in opposition to them. Blood hunger gameplay mechanic where you need to feed throughout your playthrough. You talk to someone and have gone along without feeding first. You might lose control and eat even your best friend in the game. Vampire design in this world, the vampire teeth don't stop growing, so the older vampires have a lot of teeth. Aren't visible at first, can extend as their mouths open. Vampires are led by Brensis, a super powerful old vampire that wants to change the world. Twisted old religious belief and took advantage of social turmoil to turn himself into a sort of Masonic figure. The vampire leadership aren't black and white, but more gray as they overthrew violent and and corrupt feudal lords, but also kill people to eat, conduct blood masses at church, etc. Brancis is sort of an active antagonist that will react to your actions and decisions, will set etiquettes in the game that will become obstacles to the player like military checkpoints, etc. So, a lot of stuff about this game does sound interesting. I'm happy it's something totally different that's not freaking zombies, because I think we have enough of those games already. So it's nice to see we're getting like a vampire type of situation. But of course, we cannot definitively say this game will be like a day one buy until we see the gameplay, which will happen sometime during the summer. So at this point now, we'll just wait and see. Could be good, could be a good game, or something that's not my cup of tea, but we will see. To celebrate the Year of the Snake, the developers of Phantom Blade Zero is dropping a new trailer on January 21st at 8 p.m. And this is what their Twitter page have said about the detail what the trailer will show. It says, witness an intense unedited boss fight gameplay video that showcases our bold innovations and deep dive into crafting the ultimate melee combat experience. Kung Fu Punk. So, Phantom Blade Zero is getting a new trailer, which I am excited. It is one of my most anticipated games to come out. Some people believe the game could potentially still come out this year. In my opinion, I think it's a more 2026 game, only because I want this game to be the best it can be. Even though it is kind of interesting that we have people gotten hands-on experience. I believe it was like last year they did this whole like tour thing, going to different areas. Like they was at Tokyo Game Show, I believe Gamescom, and some other places that people at those different countries got to have hands-on experience with it. There's like a ton of gameplay. You could actually go online and look it up. So with that being said, those people are hella lucky they got their hands-on experience, and I'm hoping at some point they will show co-op for Phantom Blade Zero, because that was one of the things that they said that Phantom Blade Zero will have. So I am curious how co-op is going to work. Just going off of the gameplay videos that I've seen, I could definitely see co-op working. It will be freaking cool to see you and a friend doing all these crazy martial art moves against a boss fight. And more than likely, if the co-op thing is still, if the game is still gonna have some co-op, it is pretty much guaranteed like the boss will scale to you and you having a partner. So that would just make it even more fun than ever. So I can't wait to see that. I think I might do a reaction to that trailer when it comes out. So keep a lookout for that. And I can't wait to see what they got cooking with this one. If it's the year of the snake, it's more than likely they're gonna do like a snake show off like a snake like boss fight. It kind of reminds me of what the developers of Black Myth Wukong did. When it was the year of the tiger, they showed off like a trailer focusing on funny enough, a tiger boss that was in the game. So Can't wait to see what they got cooking. Switching back to the PlayStation Studios real quick, there are apparently some rumors going on behind the scenes when it comes to the studios. So with this information, please take it with a grain of salt. But the first bit of information is apparently PlayStation is trying to utilize the Unreal Engine for their partners to use instead of only using the Unreal Engine 5 or their in-house engine. If you don't know what the engine is, it's called Decima. Decima engine is used at Guerrilla Studios, and the games that are using this engine is the Horizon series, so Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West, and the DLC The Burning Shore, and also Kojima game, which is Death Stranding and Death Stranding 2. So I believe they're trying to do this because we have seen games take massive hits when it comes to using the Unreal Engine 5. Like, the frame rate be really bad, but the game be looking truly amazing. So case in point, look at Black Man Wukong and Hellblade 2. Hellblade 2 looked truly amazing when it comes to the Unreal Engine 5, but the game is stuck at 30 FPS to my knowledge. And we already see what happened with Black Man Wukong. Granted, I believe it was that studio first time making a game of that magnitude, so I'm willing to give them some slack. They probably don't have that much experience when it comes to optimization, but still, we have a whole bunch of different games that suffer using the Unreal Engine 5 with poor performance. So in this case, when it comes to PlayStation, potentially want their partners to try to utilize of using the Unreal and the Decima engine. We have seen multiple cases with the Decima engine with Horizon and Death Stranding that the games could look truly amazing and retain a high frame rate, especially the upgrade that the engine received over the course of time. Case in point, when Kojima got to utilize the engine, he truly take it to the next level. Okay, you look at the comparison of the character models look from Death Stranding and Death Stranding 2, you can see there is a pretty good difference. And with Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West, the character models look more detailed, hair look more detailed, and the game is able to run at a 60 FPS and sometimes occasionally higher with the PS5 Pro. So if that's the case, that'd be truly amazing. So I wonder if like the other PlayStation studios could probably use the Decima engine. So like maybe like the next God of War could use the Decima engine, and I'm curious how would that look in that kind of game. I bet that'd be truly awesome. And the second bit of news that we heard going around in the background, it comes from Insomniac Games. According to somebody looked up on LinkedIn from a job posting, it looks like potentially Spider-Man 3 is entering early production. So when people heard like Spider-Man 3 probably starting early production, Marvel Wolverine that Insomnia is also making is most likely wrapping up their production. So, but like I said, this is all just rumors right now. So if Spider-Man 3 is entering early production, I can see that game probably releasing at least 2028. I can see either late 2027, early 2028. Because when it comes to Insomniac, they do have multiple teams that work in different games. So the main team worked on the Spider-Man games. They dropped Spider-Man 2, and Nexus is porting Spider-Man 2 to PC. That comes out sometime in January 30th, I believe. So if Nexus is doing the porting, the main team is probably working on the Spider-Man 3 one, and the team that worked on the Miles Morales spin-off game, they're the one who doing the Marvel Wolverine game. So they've been working on the Marvel Wolverine most likely right after Miles Morales came out and also got ported to PC. And we already know there's a third team that does the Ratchet & Clank games. So could we potentially see another Ratchet Clank game? Possibly, but as of right now, uh, I can't wait to finally get a big update from Wolverine. They've been working hella quiet on this game. We haven't seen no no update progress ever since that whole leak situation that they had to deal with. But they said they're not gonna give up on the game, so it sucked that uh, information about Marvel Wolverine got leaked and all that. But I'm assuming the reason why we haven't seen hardly anything from Marvel Wolverine, they're probably reworking that whole entire game from the ground up, since basically almost the whole entire game got leaked. So expect to see some changes with the leaked show. Alright, now we're going to talk about the last bit of news I have, and is about the content creator who goes by the name Nate the Hate. He had made a couple of predictions that turned out to become true, and one of them that he predicted was the reveal, the time frame reveal for Nintendo Switch 2, which turned out he was actually right. So let's take a look at the reveal trailer for the Nintendo Switch 2. Along with the reveal of the Nintendo Switch 2, Nintendo have also said they're doing like a tour event to showcase the Switch 2 at different locations for people to probably get their hands on it, to try it out, get the feel of it, all that jazz. And they also said there will be a Nintendo Direct that's happening in April that'll be focusing on the Switch 2. I just saw somewhere that it won't be showing any games. I don't know if that's true or not, but as you can see, the Switch 2 got a kickstand now. It is definitely more bigger. The Joy-Cons has like a magnetic thing to it, so it could clap to the device more easily now compared to the original Switch. And overall, what do I feel about a Switch 2? I think, for me personally, it felt underwhelming just because all the leaks came out about the Switch 2, that it just, like, it basically just robbed you of the joy of finally of it getting revealed. The only thing they haven't shown is the price for it, which, in my opinion, I'm thinking this thing is probably $400. Like, that's what I'm willing to bet. Like, is that, by the looks of it, it definitely looks like to be more stronger than the original Switch. But overall, the reveal was a little bit underwhelming just because we heard all the stuff that the leaks have shown us and stuff. So hopefully the Direct will show a way better for the Switch 2. They said the game is gonna be backward compatibility, which is good, and they kind of tease possibly a Mario Kart 9, but I guess we'll see when it comes around. Will I get it? Probably not. I'm not really into Nintendo devices. But that's not all that happened. Apparently the same person, Nate the Hate, who predicted the Switch 2 reveal, also said that a PlayStation State of Play is happening sometime in February. So with him saying that, since he did got right on some, he did got things right, especially the reveal for the Nintendo Switch 2. So it's kind of possibly guaranteed that PlayStation will have a State of Play in February, since Microsoft is doing a developer direct around, I believe it's January 23rd they're doing that. So what could PlayStation show off at their State of Play? If I would have to guess, what I want them to show at their State of Play show us what first party got working on. You could throw in a little bit of like third party stuff, but overall, I believe the same place should focus on the first party, just so we can get like an update what they got going for them. And if they do that, I could possibly see Death Stranding 2 make an appearance at the State of Play, and most likely with the release date, because Kojima have put out like a tweet saying that he's like they're in the crunch, like they're in the crunch phase for Death Stranding 2, so more than likely it's all hands on deck to get this game out, because as we know, 2025 is the release year for Death Stranding 2, so we just gotta wait and see. And probably Ghost of Yotai from Sucker Punch, because that game is also set to be coming out this year. And what else I could possibly think? I'm still hoping for Wolverine to make an appearance at one of these events, because the rumor is it's coming out in 2026. I think it's about time we at least got something from the game. So here's hoping. So with that being said, that's all the gaming news I managed to gather. Well, the other beside that, there was some news about some fan project for GTA 4 got shut down by Rockstar, so a lot of people got upset about it. I did just now found what the person said, and this is what they said. He said, "Hello everyone, due to the unexpected attention that our project received after speaking with Rockstar Games, we have decided to take down the Liberty City Preservation Project. We appreciate all the support that the project has received, and we look forward to continuing to pursue our passion for modding the Grand Theft Auto series." So his project was to preserve GTA 4 modded, so the controls would feel like more up to date, and a way for people to play GTA 4, because I believe you can only play that on the 360 and the PS3, to my knowledge. So it kind of sucks that Rockstar didn't let them do this project. It's more than likely they didn't want anybody to do it and stuff unless Rockstar was getting money out of it. So it's not surprising that Rockstar did this. So it kind of sucked. Because I bet they put a whole bunch of work into it. So we'll see what the fan base do, because right now I believe they say like if they're canceling this person project to reserve GTA 4, kind of probably they might remaster GTA 4, because like they did for GTA 5, and they did the like a remastered trilogy for some of the GTA games, like San Andreas, I believe it was Liberty City, and some other game. But yeah, those got remastered releases. Even though Rockstar did remove that, they removed something that got people upset. I think it was you could only get the trilogy, and they removed you be able to get them individually or something like that. I can't really remember. It happened a while, but a lot of people were just pissed about it when Rockstar did that. So most likely Rockstar they might do a remaster for GTA 4, but as of right now, more than likely their whole focus is on GTA 6 that they're still confident is gonna release sometime this year. It could still release this year, but I think it might get pushed to next year, because Rockstar is not new to the whole delay a game just to give it a little bit more polish. So unless GTA 6 is like in a polished state by the time they're comfortable with release date, it could potentially get moved to 2026. Alright, so with that being said, that's all the news I got for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, share, and comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and peace out.